De Lille is on the podium.
The public in the gallery, that there's another report before council today from the Municipal Public Accounts Committee which clears me of any wrongdoing regarding the security upgrades at my house, and I'm very happy about that. The report is on the public agenda of this council meeting, which deals with the investigation and impact. It was, of course, not convenient for the nameless, faceless people to leak that report that cleared me. Yes. As we all know, that the city used a 2014 threat analysis done by the South African Police Services to do the security upgrades at my house. And these upgrades, of course, took place at a time when I was doing other renovations at my house at my own cost, including closing my swimming pool because of the drought. The issue was the genesis of the political onslaught. This issue about my house was the genesis of the political onslaught which started against me, where all kinds of dirt and lies and allegations were thrown at me since September last year. Now, I would like to give those who accuse me of using city money to renovate my house a chance to publicly apologize. Failing so, I will take legal action against the accused. The reason why I'm doing this, Speaker, the reason why I'm doing this, because this accusation, Speaker, led to my family being subjected to media, politicians descending on my home, invading my privacy. Those who leak the Bowman's report are mum and quiet on the impact report, which clearly same way they did not leak to the media the report of the council earlier, which also cleared me of interfering in the appointment of area-based directors. Today says that the installation of the trellis at my home amounted to just over 140,000 rand. This was only 28% of the cost of what the initial 2014 risk assessment advised should be done to secure my home. The amount of money spent by Impact to investigate this matter is 10 times more. What a waste of resources. So, a deviation was required to install the trellis, and the deviation was obtained via a delegated authority. The report also says that no party has been enriched in the process and that the security upgrade was necessary to ensure my safety, while only a portion of the 2014 SABC report risk cost was incurred. So I hope, Mr. Speaker, that puts the matter to rest once and for all. But unfortunately, it has tainted my name and it invaded the privacy of my family. I hope that those who were bold enough to make these allegations without the proof have the common decency to apologize for the reputational damage that they've caused to me. Mr. Speaker, I already have affidavits from all the people in the so-called SIU unit that did not speak to the media except one. I therefore challenge the SIU staff member, Mtutu Watambu, to also give me an affidavit that he did not speak to the media. Of course, the motivations of those who accuse me are clear, as they went wild in the media, hiding the identities of allowing proper city processes to include whether anyone was at fault or not. Mr. Speaker, I would now like to provide feedback on the good work that has been happening in the city of Cape Town. A few weeks ago, I conducted an accountability roadshow to report back to the residents and account for the work that we have delivered over the past 7 years. I was joined by councillors from all the 4 areas, East, North, South and Central, to account to residents and remind them about the upcoming delivery to the community in the current financial year. Accountability is one of the core values of the city administration, and it's important for public representatives to constantly reach out to residents to inform them about the upcoming projects in their areas. We address residents from areas like Mamre, Atlantis, Durbanville, Melbourne, I also use the opportunity to thank the residents for working with the city to save water. Together as Team Cape Town, we have been able to survive the drought. I also said to residents that there's still a lot more to be done so that more people can trace the fruits of our new democracy in our city. Housing is one of the biggest challenges, and I reiterated to the community the city's commitment to provide qualifying residents with housing opportunities. The record of the city between 2012 and 2018, we provided about 42,000 housing opportunities. But in the past financial year, for the first time in 18 years, the city exceeded its housing target by 62%. Well done to TDA. We must because we have set aside 2.1 billion rand on new housing opportunities over the next 3 financial years. That within this current financial year, 590 million has been budgeted for about 36 different projects across the city. Mr. Speaker, in terms of our commitment to redressing the imbalances of the past as a caring city, we've ensured that the residents who were denied previously property ownership can claim that right. And so the city has ramped up the handover of title deeds over the past 5 years, and since 2011 we've handed over 16,000 and as much as we have achieved in over the past years, there's still a lot to be done. There's still a lot to be done to bring about parity of services everywhere in our city. Local government is not just about delivering utility services, water, sanitation, electricity, and refuse removal. Local government is about 10 more departments, including 10 more departments and 10 services that we must deliver to the city of Cape Town. And that's why, Mr. Speaker, we have established the area-based service delivery model to make sure that we land all the services of all 10 departments in all the areas in the city of Cape Town. I remember in 2011, as my first inauguration as executive mayor, I told residents that I was determined to work day and night to live up to the confidence that they have expressed in the city of Cape Town. And that we will to ensure that we do justice to the hopes of millions of people out there, to the dreams and aspirations of millions of our people in our great city. And I also said to them that I became the mayor to serve the people of the city of Cape Town and not to be served. And as elected representatives, we must constantly give feedback and report to residents on what we have delivered and what we are still going to deliver, because we are accountable to the residents of Cape Town. Mr. Speaker, I'm also pleased to report to Council on the unprecedented delivery by the city's Transport and Urban Development Authority. TDA is making great progress to address the apartheid spatial planning, to end the practice of putting poor people far away from the city, far away from work opportunities, to the outskirts of the city. And so the TDA's Environmental Management Department also exceeded their job creation targets for the past financial year in terms of EPWP jobs. They set a target for 825 EPWP jobs, but they delivered 3,244 job opportunities. And I want to congratulate them for that. Mr. Speaker, at this time I also want to commend the staff in the city's Water and Sanitation Department, who were recognized for upholding the highest health and safety standards amidst the big drought. So the city's Water and Sanitation Department recently celebrated the success that its bulk water branch and maintaining its health and safety and quality standards while we were facing a drought.
Okay, we're playing a bit of broadcast tennis this morning with regards to that link in Cape Town back and forth, but I think it's important to listen in and get the sense.
It's quite an important delivery there.
It is indeed very important. Just to give you some context, there was a media press statement released on the 23rd of October from the DA saying that they wait and respect the outcome of Thursday's council meeting, which where the results of this independent investigation are tabled. So we're going to, well, we just heard, if I heard correctly, she was trying to defend herself. She's always professed
she's continues to try to defend her innocence.
Always.
And we know that the 31st of October is approaching. That's supposed to be her last day in council. We'll see if that will happen.
We will see. There's a lot of media reports saying otherwise, but let's see if the speculation is true. But we will listen in.
Continue to follow that story.
Yeah, well, the bail application of